Hey y'all, it's Jessica from Sloppy Swatches. Today I have a look at the LA Colors Diamond Crush collection. These are available right now and they were sent to me for review. I'll go ahead and leave a link down below where you can find these polishes. So first up I have Flashing Lights, and she is a straight silver holographic micro glitter polish. So in all of these polishes in the entire collection, they say they also contain crushed actual diamonds in the formula. I feel like that's more of a selling point and not so much something that's going to come through, but this is a beautiful silver holographic polish. In 2 to 3 coats, depending on your application, you will have full coverage. These do dry down matte, and you are going to need a good glitter-eating top coat to finish it up, but the finish is amazing, super sparkly, and all sorts of lighting. So next up is Shooting Star, and this is a gold holographic micro glitter polish. The only thing I will say, the price point on these is amazing. So absolutely, if you love micro glitter polishes, this is a collection that I would not pass on. However, that brush is not my favorite. It's the kind that gets kind of thick and swells while it's inside of the actual bottle. But for the finish, I'm willing to work with it. So here is a look at just 2 coats of Shooting Star. That is going to be full coverage, and you can see there it's already crazy sparkly on the nail. For my top coat, I think I use the HK Girl Glisten and Glow top coat. And even then, it really benefited from 2 coats. So next up is Fairy Wink, and she is a light, gorgeous pink with holographic micro glitter running throughout. So in the more pigmented bases, once we get away from the silver and the gold, I feel like these are all kind of in a jelly base, which I really love. It really helps with coverage. So here's a look at that first easy coat of Fairy Wink. That first coat does go on fairly sheer. I'm going to go ahead, complete this coat, let it build up, and then show you how it built up for me with a second coat. So 2 coats, pretty much like magic, covers most of my visible nail line. With all of the polishes in this collection, I do believe I was able to get away with just 2 coats. However, I do feel like the finish would deepen up a little bit with a 3rd coat. But here is a look at Fairy Wink out in direct sunlight, super stunning, and then once more at an angle in that same direct sunlight. So next up is Mermaid Mist. In this collection, there are 2 purples. This is the lighter shade of the 2. So this is, again, in a light purple jelly base with silver holographic micro glitter running throughout. This is one of the more sheer shades, as you can see here, but it is going to build up really well in 2 coats. So trust me, I'm going to go ahead and complete this coat, let it dry down, and then show you how it built up with a quick second. So here is a look at that second coat. It goes on nice and smooth, really easy. Again, it deepens that finish. These are not like super quick dry, but also they don't take forever, so don't be afraid to go in for a thicker coat. So here's a look at Mermaid Mist in direct sunlight at 2 coats with a coat of glossy top coat. So next up is Prism, and this is the darker of the 2 purple shades. This one is giving me like Aurora vibes from Zoya, so if you love that polish and need a backup or want maybe a more affordable option, you may absolutely love this polish. So here's a look at that first easy coat. You can see that brush shape doesn't make it like the easiest to get really close to that sidewall. However, I'm willing to work with it at this price point and with this color payoff. So 2 coats is all you're going to need for Prism for full coverage. Again, if you wanted to go in for that 3rd coat, I do feel like it would deepen up that finish a little bit. So here is a look at 2 coats with a glossy top coat in direct sunlight. Super in love with this shade. Even more stunning. So next up is Aurora Sky, and this is another of my favorites from this collection. So this is like a sea foamy turquoisey type green, very appropriate for summer with that holographic micro glitter running throughout. So here's a look at that first easy coat. Aurora Sky is one of the more pigmented jelly bases, but I didn't have any issues with staining at all. I did also go in for a little bit of a thicker coat here, which was not an issue. It dries down fairly well all on its own fairly quickly. So here's a look at that quick second coat. 2 coats is going to deepen that finish and bring me to full coverage and add even more of that glitter onto the nail. Really, really stunning. Again, I think it's going to be super appropriate for summer. So here's a look at that completed mani with a glossy top coat in direct sunlight. So next up is Constellation, and this is one of the more special polishes of this collection in my opinion. It is a beautiful deep black with holographic silver micro glitters running throughout. This one does start out fairly sheer on the nail, so I'm going to go ahead and do this first coat and then show you how it built up with a quick second. It's almost like magic. It is going to go to a true black. So here is a look at that quick second coat. As you can see, it's like automatic full coverage on the nail. I think that combination of the pigmented jelly bases plus all of that holographic glitter really makes for amazing coverage. So this is a look at Constellation in direct sunlight. And you guys will have noticed that I usually swatch collections in Roy G. Biv order. However, I wanted to save my favorite for last. So this is Ruby Glass. She is a true bright red jelly with a ton of holographic glitters running throughout. This is more of a warm toned red. It's going to look amazing in direct sunlight, but even throughout the day, just on your nails, it's a gorgeous red. So here's a look at that first easy coat. It does go on fairly easy. I did have a little bit of issue getting really close to the sidewall using this brush. I did fix it off camera. I know it's a little annoying to watch me swatch, but I feel like the color payoff is worth dealing with this brush. So there is a look at the completed mani of Ruby Glass at just 2 coats in direct sunlight with a glossy top coat. Super beautiful and my favorite for sure. So to shop these collections, I do believe that these are running about $3 retail. You can get them at HB Beauty Bar. I'll go ahead and leave that link down below, and there are coupon codes you can use on top of that to make these incredibly affordable and worth everyone having in their collection. So that's all I have for today. If you'd like to see more, you can also follow me on Instagram at Sloppy Swatches. So thanks so much, guys. See you next time.